Hello guys, welcome to the third video, third video of this course. Previously, we learned about nullable type and null safety. So today I was planning to teach what is let init. But to to understand fully about let init, we will have to touch OOP, the object-oriented programming. We will have to know a little bit of OOP. So after learning OOP, we will talk about let init. So today we will see about functions in Kotlin. Functions in Kotlin. So what is a function? Think of it like a remote control. Think of it like a button of a remote control. Suppose there is a TV and it has a remote. We press a button, it does some work for us. So uh, that's what functions do. We write instruction inside it, and if we call the function, calling means pressing a button of a remote. If we call the function, it executes the instructions for us. So let's see. Suppose there is a function. We declare function like this. We type fun as function, then we type the name of the function. Suppose we want to print my name. We want to print my name in a function. Suppose a function called my name or say my name. If you watch Breaking Bad, so say my name. I print it called Heisenberg. Now if we call the function here, we call it like this. We type the function name, and curly and not curly, these are round braces like this. We define a function like this. For now it won't return anything. It will not get any parameter. It's a simple function. So after writing a function, we call it like this: name of the function and the braces. Now if we run it, so we will see this Heisenberg. So now we can do anything here. Suppose we while true, we can do um, suppose we'll be printing Kotlin. If I run it, see, it is printing Kotlin. It is executing it is executing every instructions written in here. So that's how we define a function and call a function. I stop this. So now function takes parameter. What is a parameter? We pass some values, some parameters inside a function. Suppose we don't know the name. We don't know the name Heisenberg. We don't know the name. We are hard coding the name here. We are hard coding the name here. Suppose we we don't know the name, and we will ask the person their name. That say your name. What's your name? So what we'll do? We will uh, pass parameters like this: name of type string, like we do in a variable. We'll do what? L name of type string. We'll do this. We just don't need the file thing here. We need the variable name and we need data type. We need the name and we need the data type of this variable. So string. Now if we print name here like this, we will need to pass the name here. We will need to pass the name here. We can do something like this. We can either pass the name directly here. Sorry, Walter void like this, or we can do file name is of type string, or we can just delegate it like this. Either we do this or directly pass here. If I run it now, it will print the name here like Walter White. Suppose we don't want to hardcode it like that, we'll do what? We will suppose now this is Heisenberg, and we will pass the name here. It will now print it. If I run it, see here, we did what? We defined a parameter here of type string. So it will only accept a parameter or a value. It will only accept a value of type string. Suppose we do what? We do something like this. Int age or name of 23. If I pass name here, it is giving an error. Because why? Type mismatch. String was expected, but we gave of type int, so this won't happen. This will not work. So we can accept as many parameter as we want. Age, suppose if I want to give age here, we can do what? We can if I change this to like this, and age equals 26, I mean 60. Now if I say my name, and name is name, age is age, you can like do like this. So what we can do here, string template we will use. So name is, or we can say you are name, and your age is like this. Now if we run it, it will say your name is whatever name we gave here, and your age is whatever name we gave here, meaning whatever name we pass here and whatever age we pass here. If I do this, you will see you are Walter White and your age is 60. So that's how we pass it. We can also do like something like this. Suppose we know the age, we give a default value like this, equals 60. We can give a default value like this. Now even if we don't pass age here, it won't give any error. Because why? Because age has a default value. Age is given a default value. If we give define a default value in a parameter, if needed, there will be some cases we need to pass default parameter or default value of a parameter. We can do like this. Now if I run it again, it will say yeah, your name is, you are Walter White and your age is 60. Now if I pass a different, what the hell, yeah, if I pass a different with age, the default value will be overwritten by the value passed here. The default value will be overwritten by the value passed here. If I run it now, see here, you are Walter White and your age is 50. Let me see if the recording is working. It is working. Okay, so you are Walter White and your age is 50. uh, the default value is overwritten by it. We can also give like this, like we can give the name of the parameter, which is a name also. name of the parameter equals name, and age of the parameter equals age. You can do also like this. This will also work. The readability, it improves the readability. Now you don't need to have the same name of the parameter name. What I mean is, you can also do like this, name, like this. Now if we pass name here, it will also work. You don't need to have the same spelling of the parameters and the value. If I do this, it will also work. See here, you are Walter White and your age is 50. So I hope you got that. Now function returns something. Function, if I do some work, after doing that work, what I mean is, we cannot return something here, we cannot return something here. We can return something here after doing something. We did something here, we did something here, we did something here, and after doing something, we can return something. So let's see what I mean. Let me think of an example. All right. Okay, let's see now. Return. What I mean by return of a function. Like suppose we have a function that calculates the summation of a two number and gives us the value. What will a function? It does addition of two numbers and gives us the result. Let's see, we define a function like this. Function, suppose add, and we will take parameter for the two numbers. Suppose number one, suppose a, is of type int. If I do this, number one is suppose not suppose, it will be int, and number two also of type int, and we give a body like this. Now it gives us the result. What I mean by is, it returns. If I type return here, if returns us the result, meaning it gives something back to us. It does some work here, and after doing everything, at last, if we want it to give us something in return, we specify it here. What type of data we want it to return. We can do string, or we can do int, or we can do any class. If we learn OOP, then we will know what a class is. We can return any type of this class. So suppose it returns us int. It does what? It calculates the summation of number one and number two, and it returns us the value. So it's common sense, right? So it adds two integer number, so obviously it will give us an integer number. It won't give us any decimal or any string. So it is a common sense, right? So suppose we simulate some work here. Print ln, okay, first number is number one. We are simulating some work here. Then print ln second number is number two. Then we'll do what? We'll do the addition. We'll do number one plus number two. Then we can do return like this, or for readability we can do what? We can store it in a variable like file sum our result like this. We can store it in a variable, and we can return sum here. If we try to return some string here, it will complain. The compiler will complain. Why? Return type mismatch. Expected int, it expects us to give back or return integer, but it is saying that this is a string. We are actually returning a string, giving back a string. So this will complain. What we'll do? We'll do sum here. Now it is right. Now how we can call it? We can call it like add, and we need to give the value of these two parameters because there is no default parameter here or default value here. Suppose we give 5 and we give 10, and if I run it, it won't print this sum. It will just print up to this. See here, first number is 5, second number is 10. To print its result, we can also put it inside println, or we can store it in a variable called result. We can do like this, and then we can print the result. It will print the sum 15. If I run it now, see here, it executed this line, this instruction, it executed this line of instruction, it executed this line of instruction, and then returned us sum, return whatever value it calculated. So first number is 5, second number is 10, and last it returns the 15, and we stored here and printed here. Now suppose we want to do something here. Println, we can do program is terminated or program is done. If I run it now, okay, where is this line? It printed this, executed this one, returned us the sum, but where is this line? It is not here. Why? Because we instructed it to print after we return from the function. So the function from the call stack, the function is removed. After returning. So it's like chasing a high-speed train or car running after it. So it after returning we need to do this. But how? It's a common sense, right? How can we execute something if we end the function, if we return from the function? We cannot do this. So it is also saying that unreachable code, it cannot be reached. So we cannot do it here. After returning something, after returning from the whole function, we cannot execute any instructions after that. We cannot do that. This won't work. So that's what it was. I suppose that was it. Okay, I forgot one thing. So let's do something like that. We don't want to do any extra thing here. We don't want to do any extra calculation or any extra instructions. We don't want to do that. Then we can do something like this: equals a plus b, not a, sorry, number 1 and number 2. It is like writing like this, or it is like writing like this: return number 1 plus number 2. It is like writing inside curly braces, writing like this. It will do what? It will return number 1 plus number 2. If I print result, say 15 here. Okay, now let's talk about var arg. Var arg means we can give a variable number of parameters. Like we don't know what number of parameters we need here. Let me just show you. You will understand. It will like this. Suppose we want to print some names. We want to print some names. What we'll do? We'll do var arg names is of type string. So this is a list of string. We can say list of string or array list of string. For we can give a for loop here for name in names. This is like a variable. We store one by one name here. The names we will pass here, and we will print the name. We won't give any return type. We can also do that, but not here. And we just call the function here, like if I do names and Walter White, Jesse, or Hank, or Gus, like this. If I run it, see here, Walter White, Jesse, Hank, Gus. See, suppose we need another string. Which is not variable. Suppose we need to print the character names, some characters from a TV show. We need to print some characters from a TV show. We can do what? The characters are lots of characters, so we will do var arg names or characters. We will do like this. We will do var arg characters. Okay, we will accept the characters here, and then we will accept the TV show also string. But see here, if okay, now let's character in characters. What will do? We will do print ln or whatever it is. TV show is TV show, or not here, before for loop. TV show is what? TV show is TV show, and characters are will do print, only print, not print ln character, like this. And okay, if I print it now, okay, it needs the TV show here, but see, Breaking Bad, but see the no value passed for parameter TV show, but we are passing it, right? We are passing it. We are passing the TV show like this. But since this is a var arg of string at the first parameter, it is thinking like you only gave the characters, not the TV show. Why the error? Because we gave the single string parameter after the list of these parameters or the variables hierarchy parameters. That is why it is complaining. It is confused, like what are you passing? You are passing characters here, then you are passing something TV shows, and then what the hell are you doing? The compiler is complaining. What can we do? We will put it before any of our character. We will put it before any of our character. And so what we will have to do? We will have it will know by itself that the first fellow passed here is for a parameter first. Then after whatever you pass, whatever values you pass, these all will be hierarchy characters. These all will be for this parameter. If I do Walter White, and we will do Jesse, then we will do what? Hank, we will do Gus, like that. Now if I print it here, if I print it, TV show is Breaking Bad. The first value is for the first parameter, and after that, after this, whatever we pass here, all will be for this. So TV show is Breaking Bad, and the characters are this. We printed it like that. Okay, I guess this is it for today. And next video, we will learn OOP. And let me show you something. There's some homework. See the data structures of Kotlin. I won't be teaching this, like list or array or whatever. Just do an internet search. You can just see the list and array, or if you can only see list, that will also be sufficient. I won't be doing a separate video in list. There's a lots of functions in list. You have to look that yourself. See you in the next video. Bye bye.